Hey, it's Never Ever, and welcome to a brand new video and a brand new day. Where today, Halloween was a few days ago, last week, and I decided because a new Overwatch character got announced on Friday, I'll record a reaction to their reveal video. However, that video was taking a little too long, so I decided, hey, why not cover the leaks of in-game screenshots of this new character, Ramattra, who I'm sure all of you know about by now. We are going to take a deep dive into the screenshots that exist online of gameplay for Ramattra before he comes out on December 6th. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And like the video and subscribe for more. Let's get into it. So I'm on the Twitter profile Nari, someone who does a very good job of providing a lot of Overwatch news on Twitter, but that's neither here nor there. They came out and said Overwatch 2 new hero Ramattra gameplay and in-game look. So this is for season 2. If you didn't know what Ramattra looks like, I mean, here you go. During the Overwatch League Grand Finals on Friday, some of the devs were there alongside the commentators, giving a little bit of information on Ramattra, and they mentioned him having an Omnic form and a Nemesis form. This is very clearly the Nemesis form, which they described as a form where he basically will be able to charge into the back line, or like they said march, I believe, into the back line and like hand-to-hand combat punch people, which I think is sick. So basically, what I heard there is better Doomfist. I mean, it's not hard to make a better Doomfist, let's be real. But, you know, my man needs a buff. But that's also besides the point. I think this form looks really cool. I really love the design of holding true to the purple and yellow aesthetic of like Zenyatta's like Discord and healing. The purple and yellow or like gold is a very fun aesthetic for like a good bad or like a yin yang, that sort of thing, balancing each other out. And if you don't know much about Ramattra, just know that he is the main villain of Overwatch 2, and he very much represents the Omnic people, but in the most negative way, whereas Zenyatta's the positive way, because both of them want the same thing, which is rights for their people in the story. However, Ramattra went the direction of I'm going to show them that we are not supposed to be messed with, so I'm gonna lead second Omnic crisis, baby, let's go, another Omnic war. With Null Sector, he just like controls them, works with Doomfist, I guess for the second game, but Zenyatta is on the peace route, so hopefully we get more information about that. But here's an example of him punching. So it looks like he's got like an AoE type move when he's punching. I hope it's not like a thing where it's like honestly, I really hope, because this makes me think that maybe it's like a push punch move like Doomfist. I hope it's not. I hope it's like a I'm gonna pull you like in or something type move, or maybe like an AoE, so like if you hit one person you'll hit like other people around you. I'm not sure, but it looks neat at least from this screenshot, but we don't know what it is really. And here comes the interesting ones. This is the top image. This looks like his Omnic form. You can see he has 450 health on the bottom. He has a barrier, but I don't think they're using his barrier. They're using a different ability, as you can tell from the bottom right. It looks like left shift puts you into your other form, which I think is sick. So he can just change forms on the fly, which is awesome. I cannot wait for that. But I was under the impression that his Nemesis form would be his ultimate, where you could swap to it, kind of like Winston. But it looks like it's going to be just a regular ability you can use, which I think is so cool. But yeah, he's got a kind of AoE cylinder type move that goes up into the air and has a circle of influence, I suppose. And it looks like based on the image and based on like Farah being on the inside, it leads me to believe it's like a come down to earth type move. It might slow you down, it might pull you to the ground, so people like Farah or Echo who fly into the air, or Mercy, will get dragged down to the ground and maybe slowed down. That's just a guess, but based on that image there, that looks like a move that will force the enemies out of the air, which I think is so necessary. One thing about Overwatch 2, or just Overwatch in general for a long time, Farah plus Mercy is oppressive. If there is a great Farah on the other team, more power to you. Farah is a character that takes a little bit of skill to get used to. But the moment you're on top as Farah, everyone is beneath you. You are going to destroy people, and you have to rely on very specific characters to take you out of the sky. If he can pull them down, that is going to change the dynamic so much. It'll be useful to have him paired up with other heroes that can't necessarily aim higher up. Like Reaper could maybe kill Farah if he works together. I mean, because he's on the screenshot, I brought him up. He could take out a Farah Mercy on the ground once they get grounded by Ramattra. That would be sick. I'm curious how high it goes, because you know, certain maps you can get kind of up there. So if Farah gets too high, maybe it won't be able to touch her, but who knows? The area doesn't look that big, so it looks like it also requires a lot of precision to use. So it's going to be an interesting move to see how it works. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, if you can use it over the well and Elias, this will be the funniest move ever. Because if you can catch anyone jumping over that hole, like if someone pushes in a Lucio, you know how Lucius can come out? Imagine if you could ground them inside of the well so that they can't get out. That would be kind of funny. Here's the next part of this image, which is showcasing the Nemesis form. So when you switch to this form, you lose your barrier, but you gain a block, which is the most Doomfist thing I've seen on this character, which is why I kind of described him as Doomfist. He changes his attack from, I guess, like spear. I know his staff attack. I know his staff kind of has like a poke move. They described it as a poke, but I guess it has ammo associated with it too. So maybe it's like a poke you hold out or something, like a tracking thing. But in his Nemesis mode, I know he punches, and he gains a block as well, which I think is also kind of cool. I kind of like that. I hope it's not like Doomfist punch or Doomfist power block, where you know you can still take damage during it. I hope it's like it just protects you only, and you can protect yourself from all damage, which is how Doomfist should be, I think. But whatever. That's neither here nor there. I'm comparing him to Doomfist a lot because he's another like melee character, which I think personally there should be more of, but that's just me. I think melee is a very cool thing, and you can do a lot with it, and I want to see more melee characters. I'm just saying. But anyway, when he goes into his Nemesis form, it also looks like he gains a lot more health, because as you can see at the bottom, you see that health pool is actually 600 instead of 450, which leads me to believe that maybe his Nemesis form, he gets, is it temporary, like a temporary buff during it, which might be interesting. I wonder how long it lasts if that's the case, because that would be very interesting to see. That 6 seconds in the middle. Oh wait, okay, so the 6 seconds in the middle, I see the left shift cancel. That means that the Nemesis form is temporary. Okay, but that's still cool. I still like that. That's neat. So that means it must last like what, like 10 seconds? Probably. But I think that's a neat ability. I wonder how long it takes to cool down though. That's what I'm curious about. You know, the blocking, I just hope is better. That's all I gotta say for this. But I'm excited also that he can still ground people during this, because you can see he still has that ability. Here's just a showcase of, I guess, like a lot of different, just his Omnic form, I suppose. But I like him. I like his design. His design's cool. I know him and Zenyatta are like, you know, basically like brothers, and it kind of shows that the Omnic designs are similar but not the same, and I appreciate that. He does keep that kind of Zenyatta Zen look when he's like, you know, up in the corner, I guess, meditating. However, he has his own unique flair, you know what I mean? And I really love that scepter. That staff is sick. That is all the information we have currently on Ramattra. I mean, he looks like a very cool character, and I'm excited to see what people will be able to do with him. I really like what I'm seeing from like the screenshots abilities wise. I love his style, just like in general. His vibe is really cool. I love playing villains in video games. It's so fun. And you know, as far as tanks go, pretty unique concept to have someone drag people out of the air. So what do you guys think of Ramattra? Leave a comment down below, like this video, and subscribe for more. Are you excited for the future of Overwatch 2? And Season 2 is coming right around the corner. And if you don't have the Cyber Genji, the Cyber Demon Genji, time's a ticking. You might not even have the Season Pass, you might not even care. But unfortunately, if you want Ramattra right away, you gotta pay for it. So I'll leave it on that note. And with that, my name's Julian, and it's been never ever. Talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.